him a healthy James Toney at all, which, you know, and I'm glad I brought up James Toney. We're gonna flip back to the Max or Roy Jones. Actually, what Roy Jones said after that fight. But yes, when Tony fought Couture, he had nothing when that shot took place. I don't even think Tony knew what to do.
Right.
Now back to the main event, Lee. Did you hear when Roy Jones said that Stevenson had gained 7 extra pounds so his punches would be heavier than his opponent?
Yeah.
Is,
Uh,
is there any
yeah.
truth behind this?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. I didn't know the weight of a
I'm a big
belly.
guy. I'm a big guy.
I didn't know the weight of your belly
There's
could give you more
no.
knockout
It's
power.
your force behind the look.
What
Again,
did
these guys aren't dropping belly. In that case,
he looked kind of flabby, Lee.
yeah. But
Lemieux
here's the
looked
thing:
kind
when
of.
you cut, but you know this, Andrew. When you cut weight, you lose muscle. You do.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
But I didn't know
So
gaining 17 pounds overnight made you hit harder than when you're in the
no,
best.
but it helped your cardio and it hydrates your muscles, and probably from the amount of creatine in their system, it might have some effect. Or Roy just could be talking straight out of his ass.
I'm gonna have to. I will do some research on this one. But I was like, shit. Well, when James Toney weighed like 230 pounds in a 5'9" body, why wasn't he knocking out everyone in the heavyweight division? If gut actually gave you more momentum in your power.
Well, no, I don't. I don't think you're going for gut. I think you're going for
Well, it's not like he put on 7 pounds. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up, but I thought it was hilarious because you see, like Lampley's looking at Roy like I don't think Lampley was
Well,
buying it
hey,
either.
look, listen. Roy is the WBF
I
cruiserweight
know he
champion,
is a buy. Yes, he might. He clearly could be right. I could be totally off board on this. I'm just thinking of so many fighters that
Hall of Famer
came in
Roy Jones,
overweight.
who would never make up some fucking statistical anomaly just because he was put on the spot and possibly said something that he regrets
This morning.
for saying.
Yeah, this morning.
What the fuck did I just say? Was I drinking? Um,
Poor
no.
Max. I hope Max feels better today. I think Kellerman, he might have went to go see Curtis Stevenson's last night. He just seemed like he was so depressed. He was hurt.
I really don't like Max Kellerman. I don't.
Hey, just the
There's
way he
nothing.
looks at the camera, he's like, in all my years of watching boxing, he has that fucking stupid look on his face all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
Max,
wait, I'll go a step.
someone
And you
give this
want to know
guy
why
a
he does that?
tissue, man.
Because he can. Like, here's the reason he does it. Because he's a fraud. I mean, let's
Yes,
just be
I
honest. Max
know.
Kellerman is not athletic. He's never done in any sports. He doesn't know fucking sports from. He hits his fucking wife. I mean, he's just a piece of shit. And someday somebody's going to tap him on the shoulder and go, your dream of living in your mom's basement and talking sports for the rest of your life is over. Now you got to go get a real job. And he loses every. I Let me tell you what really bothers me when I go to the gym, like when I go to the 24-hour fitness when I'm going to go do some cardio, and seeing him on daytime ESPN bothers me. Like he's got to go away. What would it take to make Max Kellerman go
He's
away?
done a lot. He's been in a lot of trouble, Lee. I really don't know. And actually bringing up the fact that he punched his wife and she got over it was one of the things that got him in trouble. But no,
How did Disney
I
keep
don't know.
him?
It did. Yeah, I know. He said racist things on HBO. That the guy has pictures of somebody nude. He knows someone has a mistress at HBO. I
I
don't know.
guess.
I
Mm.
have no
Oh,
idea, but yeah, it was funny last night.
next week, Triple G returns to the boxing
Come
ring,
on, Danny. Danny Jacobs, baby. I'm going for Danny Jacobs, Lee. Big upset.
taking on Daniel Jacobs. New York, New York,
That's right.
a city so great they had to name it twice. MSG, primetime, main event. Um, Here's the question: does HBO get more views for Triple G? By the way, they felt that was a success on CBS for 3 million
No, no,
views or
no,
whatever.
Lee. It peaked at 5.1 million views. So,
Okay,
so they did very good there. 5.1, good number.
it
Uh,
still lost to four other shows.
yeah, and yes, but it's a good. Hey, let's keep the momentum. They put on.
Dude, it lost to Chicago flood or fire or
I get
famine.
all of that.
whatever the fuck Chicago.
But
Chicago looks like hell based on those TV series.
5.1 is a lot better than 2.9 or whatever they said the first time, you know. So hey, I'm happy. Keith Thurman, like I said, let's bring him back with a big opponent, a big name, possibly a Mexican name on CBS. You could possibly double those views. So here we go. That was a good number though. I was happy that at least they brought out a heavy number like that on the peak.
All right, so Saturday night, Triple G taking on Dan. Dan to his buddies. I know him personally. You can call him Dan. Daniel Jacobs. What do you think is going to happen? I have my feelings.
I'm hoping that Daniel Jacobs comes out like Tommy Hearns in this fight against Triple G, like Hearns did Hagler. Not with the same ending, but with the same approach. Danny Jacobs has the speed and the power to hurt and stop Triple G. He is a middleweight puncher. He knocked out undefeated Peter Quillin was it his last fight or 2 fights ago? It could possibly have been 2 fights ago. That was big. He showed he had it. Look and with the fight that he got knocked out, he had no, clearly his chin suspect, Lee. The guy was out with one punch. He was asleep. So going into this fight with one of the heaviest punchers the boxing and the middleweight division's ever seen in Triple G, don't play with that. You go in there and you handle your business. And if you get knocked out, so be it, because your chin was suspect going in. And the Peter Quillin fight, he gave Quillin no opportunity to hurt him late, because he went in there and just fired on him. Lit his ass up. And that's what he needs to do in that Triple G Saturday night. He needs to go for broke. He cannot sit here and trade, in my opinion, Lee, allow Triple G to trade shots, pick him off, because his chin possibly it won't hold up to the power of Golovkin, who I think has like 20-something knockouts in a row now.
Andrew, this is a 3-round fight.
It is. It is, baby. And it's Danny Jacobs by knockout in 3 rounds. You're absolutely right, because I'm going to tell you, once he lights up Triple G's been invincible for so long, he's not going to know what to do. Think of Tyson Douglas when you think of Triple G getting hurt. This is a guy who's walked through everyone. What happens when the tables are turned? What happens when it's him who's dizzy, getting up on an 8 count, and now the ref says fight? Danny needs to run across the ring and light his ass up again. Don't let him out. I'm telling you, Danny has the skill and the power and the speed to beat Triple G. But if he sits back and allows these two to box, allow Triple G to carry the momentum of the fight, he will lose this fight late. He will. Comes out fighting, hey, it's going to be a hell of a fight. This is going to be Hearns Hagler, baby. That's what I'm hoping for Saturday night.
Yeah, it's not, no.
Whatever.
It's not, no.
You must not
one-sided, lopsided, Triple G beatdown.
You didn't watch the Quillin fight, huh? Did you watch Danny Jacobs light up Peter Quillin? Lee, Peter Quillin was a bad fighter, man. That dude was a hell of a boxer puncher. I actually had him years ago, the dark horse to dethrone Triple G. That's how much I liked, because Quillin can move. He can hit you on the outside, but he can also knock you out. He was knocking out people as a boxer. So going into that Danny Jacobs fight, I thought Quillin had the upper hand. I thought Quillin would stay undefeated, have the title. Him and Triple G would make a big match. And then Danny wasted him. Absolutely wasted him. And when he hurt him, he didn't let up. There was only one thing they could do, was stop that fight. And that's what I'm expecting Saturday night. Danny Jacobs to come out and light up Triple G like he ain't never been lit up before. Because I'm telling you, a lot of the people that Triple G has fought in do not have the same arsenal or skill level or speed that Danny Jacobs brings. This is a totally different fighter. He's an African-American fighter. He's not some white UK guy that only throws hooks, and it's not a Canadian like David Lemieux.
Racist,
no,
Andrew.
No, it's not.
Are you trying to say that white guys have bad chins?
No, I'm saying we all bring our different styles. Mexicans, hookers, pressure. They stay in your face.
What do hookers have to do with this?
Hookers!
I mean, they're just people trying to make a dollar.
You don't hook with the hooker if you don't have to. And he did. And that was his bad luck. That is the saying when you fight a Mexican, okay? When you fight an American, shoulder roll, they like staying defense, jabs, right hands. There's a difference. Good feet work. Ring generalship, I think American circuit, they're the best. There's nobody that can move around the ring like the American fighters. South Americans, they're all power punchers. You get it, Lee. I'm not being racist. This is just what it is, baby. He ain't never seen a fighter.
I don't know. You're bashing hookers who are just trying to make an honest dollar.
He ain't never seen nobody like Danny
white
Jacobs.
White people.
Yeah. Come on now.
Sound like a hater. Just saying.
We're gonna knock that fucking guy out.
You're hating.
Where's he
hookers.
from? Kazakhstan. We're gonna knock his ass out. I'm gonna turn into Danny. I'm gonna turn into Angel right now, baby.
He's having an Angel Garcia moment. And finally, in sad news, we lost Lou Duva last week.
I know. I hope I could live as long as
we did a 10 count. They did a 10 count at the fight.
Oh, good. At Roy Jones too?
Yes, everywhere.
Hey, that was around the world, man. That was around the world.
Nice guy.
Yep.
Nice guy. I like Lou. I've met Lou. I liked Lou. Trained really well. I don't know if I appreciate the Duva style of boxing all that much.
He has some great ones though.
He is how do I describe it? I wouldn't say that he leans more towards amateur style boxing in the pros, but he believes in heavy output.
Yeah, points. Yep.
He's just looking at the records, and to be perfectly honest, from a boxing standpoint, Lou's perspective, my opinion of the way he coached was most fights end in a decision. You might as well do what you can to score as many points as you can.
No, he was good. Sad. He was 94.
He's 94, dude, and weighed 387 pounds.
Hey,
what's sad?
I hope to live that old. He's been 70 years. They said he was in the sport of boxing. Can you imagine how many places of the world he got to see? He lived a good life.
I don't want to live to 94.
I do. Hell yeah, I do. No, sir. I fight to stay as long as on this earth as I can. Nope. 94 is good with me. I just don't want to be dependent on the family. You understand? See, Lee, in my family, my grandfather went to 86, died in his sleep. Basically, he didn't have no one changing diapers, no damn old people. And then I have a grandpa who went to 99. 99, Lee. The man never spent a day in the hospital, died at home. This is the exit that I'm hoping for. You're right. If you get into your old age and now you need someone to change your diapers and you need 24-hour assistance, that sucks, bro. That's not the way I want to go out on this earth.
Right.
But it seemed like I know Lou had health problems, and I don't know his personal life, but in all the pictures and the events that he went to, at least he was still able to get out in his older age. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like Lou was stuck in the corner of some convalescent home and never looked at again.
He was not.
No, he wasn't.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, it seemed like he was just at the Boxing Hall of Fame a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did it. He did it his way.
There you go. That'll do it. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, sir. Just Danny Jacobs. Go in there and light up Triple G. Let's put an end to this. Bring this belt back to America.
That's a well-rounded show. By the way, thank you again to Fight Net Radio fans for going out and supporting local boxing in Las Vegas. We appreciate you guys clicking on those links and going to boxing. And that deal in the parking lot is amazing. Like, I think boxing in Vegas is always great, but what you and Andrew or most people call ballroom boxing out in a parking lot just makes it feel like an event. It's fun. I'm spoiled out here in Ontario. We get great fights. We get great local, go support local boxing. Not everything has to be at the Brooklyn Barclays Center or at the MGM Grand. There are a lot of other venues. I know that Oscar does every Friday every other Friday at the Belasco here in LA. There's lots of boxing.
Oscar charged with the DUI this weekly.
Shocking.
Looking at 6 months in jail. I know he probably won't get it, but it's just sad.
He won't get it. He's got great attorneys.
Also,
it's not sad. He just wants to party. Look, I just want to party.
You know what?
Some of us just can't control our liquor.
Him and Alden Smith both need to freaking relax, man. Both of these guys are doing way too much. Alden Smith, the Oakland